Good evening, America. I'm happy to be back in America after visiting the tidal wave generator plant. Now, for the most part, our country supports the tidal wave energy plant, but there are some who criticize this idea. America is engaged with a deadly standoff with the axis of evil. You know what I'm talking about. Oil, coal, and point master milling. Now, most of y'all don't understand point master milling. Heck, I don't. It just frustrates me. It hurts my head to think about it. Now, I don't want to hear anything else about point master milling until our military has pounded him into submission. You better watch out, PMM. You're on the axis of evil. Natural gas is also evil. So let's have a quick recap. That's oil, coal, natural gas, and point master milling. They all form the terrible axis of evil. You mess with the environment, it's straight to the axis of evil, you understand? Now here's one you probably didn't guess. Miss Peffley. Just sitting there in her computer chair. She's very sneaky. Now I understand, she's a good teacher, but she's on the axis of evil. For now. So make sure you invest in wave and tidal energy. It is a clean and renewable resource, and it is not on the axis of evil. But one thing that is, it's live from Miss Peffley's class, Saturday night!
Actually, Mr. President, it's Wednesday.
Shoot, I'm supposed to be one of the Koreas!
And now for your host, James Anamosa.
Ooh, thank you. Calm down. Ian, put your shirt back on. Alright, tonight we've got a great show for you. We're going to teach you everything you need to know about tidal and wave energies and how they're beneficial for the environment. So, yeah, roll tide.
During the oil crisis of the 1970s, the Energy Band came together to procure a new alternative solution under direction of famous producer Bruce Dickinson.
Alright guys, about ready to lay down our first track. By the way, my name is Bruce Dickinson. Yes, the Bruce Dickinson. By the way, you don't sound like you have some great energy.
That means a lot coming from you, Bruce.
This is incredible. So remember, fear. Don't fear the crisis.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, that was good. There's too much fossil fuels going on here, coal, oil, y'all are great. But we need more wave and tidal, alright? We need more wave and tidal, alright? So let's try it again, guys. Just pick it up where you left off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop. Alright. Fossil fuels, y'all are still burning up too much. Too much emissions go up in the air. It's giving me a fever. And the only prescription is more wave and tidal. Try it again.
From where we left off?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop playing. Alright. That was good and everything, but wave and tidal energy has lots of advantages over fossil fuels. There's no emissions, doesn't harm the environment by putting deadly chemicals into the air.
Well, wave and tidal, that's, we put generators out in the ocean that have turbines in it. They sit in the ocean currents or in the fronts of bays, and they collect the tide as it goes in or out, or the ocean current that goes through that certain area.
That's correct, and they generate electricity. It's much more efficient and much more profitable than burning fossil fuels. So we need more wave and tidal, alright? So let's start again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And now for the weekend update with Banksy Banks and Captain Tryhard. What's up, guys?
What up?
Here are tonight's top stories.
We have ocean currents. I don't know if you knew this, but we do. Wave and tidal energy is an up-and-coming energy resource solution to the global warming crisis we are facing today.
It is caused by putting turbines into the ocean where the ocean currents generate electricity.
This resource type is nearly inexhaustible.
Salt water is, in fact, inexhaustible. My colleague here is going to define what a renewable resource is.
The EIA employs the following definition of renewable energy sources. Energy resources that are naturally replenishing but flow limited. They are virtually inexhaustible in duration but limited in the amount of energy that is available per unit of time.
Because salt water is, in fact, inexhaustible. Wave and tidal energy is energy generated from the movement of wave and tidal flows.
During the 1970s gasoline crisis, wave power was pushed in order to be a good long-term energy solution.
Because we just can't keep burning up those fossil fuels, you know what I'm saying? Now we're about to tell you about the history of wave and tidal energy. This type of energy is in its infant stage. During the 1970s oil crisis, this was introduced as a way of producing a sustainable energy source.
That means it's inexhaustible.
We said that 20 times.
Mm-hmm. We did say that 20 times.
I think they get it that it's inexhaustible.
Yes.
So what point are you trying to prove?
That it's inexhaustible.
Okay. Just know it's inexhaustible. Intensive researches have begun in Canada, Japan, USA, India, Portugal, Norway, Ireland, and the UK. They are led by the International Energy Agency, the IEA.
Yeah.
Indeed. Here to talk about the different kinds of wave and tidal energy resources is our very own President, Barack Obama. Everybody, for our President. Round of applause. President Obama, what do you have to say about this issue?
Fellow Americans, there are several types of tidal power. For instance, there are buoys, there are underwater turbines, and tidal power harnesses.
Why does he get a teleprompter?
I don't know, man. We just get these papers.
Because I'm the president. And as you can see, I'm indeed the president because I'm wearing a flag. And that means I'm the president.
Does it really? Because, I mean, I could wear a flag, I could be the president.
Yes. Well, you're not really talking like me, are you?
You're much whiter in person, Mr. President.
Yeah, Mr. President. Your hair's a lot longer and it seems to be a different shade.
Well, I usually wear a wig. As you can see, American people are less offended by black men than the ginger. Alright, well, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about America. Now, what does America need? I believe, as the president, I am the president, I believe that America needs more renewable energy resources. Now, fossil fuels they burn emissions and they generally pollute the environment. Now, tidal power, what's happening? I don't understand.
I can't talk right now, okay?
This is very rude.
Seriously, this is big.
And I don't appreciate this.
What do you mean?
I'm the president.
The president's trying to talk, dude.
I gotta go.
What? I have another show booked. It's like the entire schedule. I have 3 more shows this week. This is what I do. Now,
Continue, please, Mr. President.
Thank you. Now, back to tidal power. It doesn't burn fuel, it doesn't release emissions, and it's basically inexhaustible. Now, comparing the efficiency for fossil fuels like coal and oil, they only have a 30% efficiency. But tidal power is all the way up to 80%. And I'm all about efficiency. I in no way make useless programs that waste taxpayer money. It's not what I do. I'm totally against it, and it's just wrong. Anything else?
Well, Mr. President, there's always pros, but there's always sometimes some cons to these renewable energy resources. So can you please tell us some of the bad things that could possibly happen, some negative effects?
I'm going to disagree with you right there. In my administration, nothing bad ever happens. See, unemployment goes up regardless of what is actually happening. Now, in the government, we use many systems we work around the rules very well. And we can just paint a picture of happiness and prosperity, even if it's not the case. Now, there are no cons to tidal power, because my administration is behind it, and we are not wrong. Moving forward.
But Mr. President, some would argue that these different buoys and tidal energy turbines put into the ocean could have negative effects on the environment. You know, it could disturb aquatic life, you know, it could destroy some of the reef. What could you say about that?
Well, to those people, I would say ask one question. Do you care about America? Now, I think you must get behind me in everything I push for, because I am much smarter than you. And American people do not need to know what the government spends its money on. Now, there are no disadvantages. Let's talk about something else.
All right, Mr. President, whatever you say.
Thank you, Mr. President! That was a great time. We loved your presentation.
It's an honor, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Feel free to leave now.
Yes.
I'm not ready yet. I think I still have 30 more seconds of screen time. It's in my contract. It's what I spend my days on.
Okay, Mr. President. Well, let's talk about,
Let's not. Goodbye, Mr. President.
3 terms!
Alright, goodbye, Mr. President.
Goodbye, Mr. President. I don't think that was the president.
I don't think so either. I think that was just some random white guy from down the road.
Probably.
Alright, well, let's have our next guest on. It's some random surfer dude from California.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Molly, what's up, dudes?
Oh, what's up, man?
What's up,
How you
dudes?
doing?
Hey, bro.
Alright, let's talk a little bit about what Mr. President did not he failed to talk about. Let's talk about some of the cons of this energy resource. So
Cons of wave and tidal energy.
yeah, man, let's talk about it.
It's expensive. The technology is in developing stages, and the technology is too new to be used. And because the lack of salt-resistant parts and lots of maintenance, it cannot be used inland. Shocker. And it only produces energy during tidal surges.
Well, thank you for sharing this with us, man. You know, it's important to weigh the benefits and the risk of using these technologies before we put them into the environment. I hope we learned a lot today, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks for coming on, random surfer dude.
Yes, sir.
3 terms, my friends.
No.
Go home, Mr. President.
Mr. President, you can just get on now.